It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out in the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show. The Penguins Cup Championship show. The Penguins Cup playoff show. And the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
All across the United States, each state has what's called an immunization information system. Immunization information systems, or IIS, are confidential, population-based, computerized databases that record all immunization doses administered by participating providers to persons residing within a given geopolitical area. In the United States, every vaccination registry is a bit different, which can become daunting and confusing. Enter PubHub. PubHub solves this issue by giving its providers the ability to connect and communicate to the state registry with one connection and one data format. For example, if a patient has received the COVID-19 vaccine, PubHub allows the provider to see if the patient has already received the vaccine, keeping everything safe and organized for everyone.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
It's a playoff hockey night in Pittsburgh tonight from the RMU Island Sports Center in Neville Township, Pennsylvania. Inside the Clearview Arena, the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League presents the 2025 Class 1A Penguins Cup semifinals between the defending Penguins Cup champions and number 1 seeded Chartiers Valley Colts and the Mars Planets. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Joined by Kevin Zolmanski, I am Matt Popchock for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by Drusky Entertainment. The number 1 seed in Class 3A has advanced to the Penguins Cup Championship Series. The number 1 seed in Class 2A has advanced to the Penguins Cup Championship Series. The Colts, coached by Paul Benetti, have won over 40 games in the last 2 seasons. They're going to try and make it a trifecta and go for back-to-back Penguins Cup crowns, Kevin Zolmanski, and the Colts are led by one of the most exciting players, really, we've watched all season in all 4 classifications, Noah Callender, the 2-time All-Star.
Yeah, the sophomore hit 30 goals last game in the 4-0 victory in the quarterfinals, 29 in the regular season, 1 in the playoffs. He had 2 assists. He's got 48 points on the season. And I remember watching him last year, Matt, and it wasn't just the points he accumulated when I saw him play in the playoffs. It was his understanding of the game and the hockey sense that really impressed me. He's got an overall game and a really bright future. So he's leading the way as the offensive catalyst again for the Colts this year. As we mentioned, 48 points. Tyler held a second with 37. It's a Colts team, when you look at their stats, that's pretty impressive. 123 goals scored.
Absolutely, and not to be
18 goals against.
Literally the best defensive team in the entire PIHL, regardless of classification. Absolutely. Not to be outdone, the Mars Planets have scored 125 goals, just 2 more overall than the Colts. And they're a very balanced team as well. Jack and Grant Weaver, the brothers. Jack has 17 goals, or had 17 in the regular season. Grant had that big game winner with 5 seconds left against Shaler in the quarterfinals. And they've had a big postseason as well. The Weaver brothers have, combining for 8 points. But it's going to be a tough Chartiers Valley team to defend, and it's going to be more of a challenge now that the Planets are dealing with a key absence. The Colts don't have any absences of cosmic significance coming into this game, but Jack Tersch, the all-star defenseman, you learned before the game, Kevin, is out for the Planets. So a lot of pressure on the all-star goaltender, Adam Gow, to keep the Colts off the board.
Yeah, my conversation with the coaches beforehand to kind of check in with the scratches, and that was the first name that Coach Cody Black gave me, which, you know, got my antenna to rise, right? Like, you know, what's the deal? And so he's not able to go. They had a couple other scratches here. Maybe a little bit less impactful, but nevertheless, a couple of them had goals scored in that 9-0 victory that they had over Meadville in the opening round. If you're looking at the bracket, this is the top half of the bracket. There's 2B Mars. They beat Meadville 9-0. Then they beat Mars 5-4. Mars beat Shaler 5-4, as you mentioned, with a goal, 5 seconds remaining in the game. And at the top, Char Valley defeated North Catholic 5-0. So, talking to Coach Benetti, you know, I always like to ask the coaches, you know, what concerns you? And he talked about Mars' depth. He talked about their offense. Coach Black also mentioned the depth is one of their strengths. So, I'm interested to see these two teams because I haven't seen them play all year.
The Planets are going for their first Penguins Cup championship in exactly 10 years. If you were listening to Kevin just a moment ago, don't adjust your set. He did say Cody Black,
yes,
son of former PIHL head coach and commissioner Jim Black. Cody in his second straight year as a PIHL head coach. Of course, he was a state champion player years ago under his father Jim at North Allegheny, and what a great job he's done rebooting and revitalizing this Mars program to the point where the Planets are in serious contention. They were 19-3 this year and just barely missed out on a divisional title. It came down to the literal last day of the season before Moon snatched it away. And the thing I like about following the Class A playoffs, Kevin, is the fact that you have these cross-divisional matchups against teams that literally haven't seen each other to this point in the season, and that's where a lot of the unpredictability and some of the upsets we've seen in the last couple of years have come from, I think.
The mystery of not knowing behind the scenes. We have a lot of discussions on how to do that. Many discussions with the commissioner. In fact, we started the discussions for next year while I was standing behind you about 10 minutes ago.
There you go.
And trying to figure out how best to do it. But it is one of the things, because of the large number of schools, how it can best be scheduled, and it works out that they don't cross over until the playoffs, just because that's the best way to manage it. But as you mentioned, Mars has 4 Penguin Cups. They're looking for number 5. They won in 9, 10, 11, and 2015. They also won the states in 10 and 11. They lost in 9 and 15, both times to Bayard Rustin. Chartiers Valley won last year in 2A, and they also won in 1986. And a lot of those players were teammates of mine at Duquesne after they went into college. And they lost last year to Hershey in 1A state final, but they did win in 1986. So that's kind of the history of the team.
And that's sort of been a theme throughout the semifinal round and throughout this year's entire Penguins Cup playoffs, really, as you see so many teams trying to finish what they started last year. Chartiers Valley, 1 win away from a perfect 2023-2024 season. They won't get a perfect 2024-2025 season because of what happened against Quaker Valley at the beginning of December, but they can still get that elusive state crown, and they're 2 wins away from that. Make that 3 wins away as we honor America.
For the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's linesmen are Kate DeMoncos and Joey Brinton. Tonight's referees are Jesse Taylor and Justin
Man, I see the Planets have gone with the bleach blonde hair. We saw, I'm trying to remember now which teams it was last night. Both of them had it. I think it was the Latrobe and Prep game. They were both wearing orange-black, and they both had bleach blonde hair. Halloween.
On Monday, we saw the Moon Tigers pull off the same coiffage, for lack of a better term. Forget playoff beards. Playoff hair is the new in thing, I suppose. And we're just about ready to go. Adam Gow, as we said, the All-Star as a junior this year, will start for Mars. 25 total saves made in 2 playoff rounds and 1 shutout so far. He is opposed by the best goaltender statistically anyway in the PIHL, 2-time All-Star Matt Kohlberg, who won 19 games and has 9 total shutouts this season, Kevin.
For Gow, he's won 13 games. He's faced 318 shots, 286 saves, 32 goals against, 3 shutouts, save percentage at 90.3. But as you mentioned, on the other side, Matthew Kohlberg, really impressive in goal. You immediately hit on to 9 shutouts, but he's faced 333 shots, 316 saves, only 17 goals against, 94.5 in the regular season, 94.8 overall.
Brady Nairn, the Chartiers Valley captain, pushes the opening faceoff in behind the Mars net. And so the Planets move this puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin semifinal number 1 here on a Wednesday night in Western PA. Xavier Basola up the right wing boards, monitored by Dylan Szymanski. Basola turns it around, fires on Kohlberg. He makes his first save of the night from a sharp angle. Nairn up to Ryan Kumpf. Kumpf, one of the top under-the-radar forwards on this Chartiers Valley team, with 17 regular season goals. Had a couple in the decisive quarterfinal win over North Catholic last week as well.
2 goals, 1 assist in that game.
Big night for the Colts, winning comfortably on the home ice of the Mount Lebanon Ice Center over the Trojans. Played around the boards by alternate captain Max Zagorski, the senior defenseman. Vinny Venero, the freshman, getting stood up by Stevens near side. And playing this behind his own net is Zagorski. Cooper Stevens up to center. Stevens looking for a lane, puts it off Richie Francis. Ben Bowser, one of the top feeders in the league, drops it back to Shea Clark. Clark shoots, score! Shea Clark from 40 feet finds a way to beat Matt Kohlberg and the Planets. Stun this crowd by taking a 1-0 lead, and why don't you make yourself a dang quesadilla?
That's his first goal of the season, Matt. And why was he tough to defend? Because he came off the bench. And those are some of the times the toughest guys to defend. As you see him coming into the screen, it's good pass goes to the left point, and he buried it up top to open up the scoring here early for the Planets.
Well, Chartiers Valley, a team that has shown it can handle discomfort, and they're going to have to handle a little bit of it here down early. Mars on the forecheck and on the hop after scoring the game's first goal. Chartiers Valley, the least scored upon team in the entire PIHL, entering semifinal play.
It's got to be a little shock to their system.
Absolutely. Waldron in the thick of this puck battle for the Colts. Gavin Stevenson trying to win it for the Planets, but eventually coming away with it is Austin Tornabin. Tornabin flying up the left side as a trailer in Gavin Waldron. Tornabin trying to take the bull by the horns himself. Plays it off the back of the net.
Scored by number 8, Shea Clark.
And Myers will slip it back defensively to Alex Gatto. Cut out at center by Nairn. Callender under pressure, chased by Vactor, Ethan Vactor, getting the better of Callender, and Mars is able to send this puck deep, but it will be deep enough for icing.
One of the things, Matt, that was kind of, to me, on that goal scored is the new way of playing D-zone hockey is the collapsing and the overflow or into the corners. That leaves the far point open, and that's exactly where Shea was coming off the bench. If you can thread that pass through from the corner to the point, you're going to get a good shot.
Callender's shot is blocked. Good gap control there by Max Pitkins. Gavin Stevenson near side for Pitkins. Dylan Szymanski with a keep off his right foot. And the Planets do force it back to center. Pitkins collects the loose puck atop the right circle, firing on Kohlberg. He makes that save. Tyler Held, last year's golden goal scorer for the Colts in the championship game, outletting for Callender. Callender back for Held. Held shooting on Gow. He makes the save. And there is no rebound.
Good transition right there for the Colts, Matt. Coming with speed. I like the way Callender was aware of his trailing teammates. Even on his forehand as a left shot down the left side, that wasn't a backhand drop pass. That was a forehand drop pass. A little bit more challenging, and he laid it out there. They need that first forward back to the Planets to track back and close down that space.
And you know, I'm sure if you're Paul Bonetti, that the talk on the Mars bench is going to be keep an eye on Callender, dare the rest of that lineup to beat you. Not that the rest of the lineup isn't capable of doing that, but you know that Callender is going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
Because you can't shut down everyone, right?
Exactly.
It gets to a point where you're kind of picking your poison. You know, but Coach Bonetti was very respectful of their ability to score. And he said if we get into a shootout with them, we're not going to win. So we need to be structured and we need to be above the puck, among other things he told me.
2 of the 3 highest scoring teams in the 25-team single-A circuit on display right here in semifinal number 1. Mars taking the early 1-0 lead on sophomore Shea Clark's first career postseason goal. Misplay at the blue line. Darian Strohsnyder with it. Fanned on the shot, which comes to the corner for Francis. Francis met immediately by one of the Planets. Kept inside by Venero, the varsity newcomer. From the far side, collected by Zagorski. Zagorski met immediately. Fired on goal from distance by Held. Good save there by Gal. Colts right on top of the rebound. Gal calmly knocks it aside. Venero from the half wall for Strohsnyder. Strohsnyder flings it around the boards. Good hustle by Held. Gets around Zagorski. Now he's met by Grant Weaver. Weaver with 3 playoff goals for the Planets, including last week's dramatic tally to knock off the Shaler Titans. Venero with the one-touch play to dump it into the Mars zone. Behind his own net, Keegan O'Leary, and we have a penalty coming up, a tripping call with 12.5 to go in the first period.
This one's going to go against the Planets.
It is Alex Gatto sitting down for Mars. Chartiers Valley is going on the Penny Power Play. Penny is Pennsylvania's official healthcare marketplace. Visit Penny, PENNIE.com today to see if you qualify for enrollment. Follow them on social media at PennyPA.
Colts over 3 in their first playoff game on the power play.
During the regular season, 33.3%, 3rd overall in Class 1A. Good save there by Gal. Calendar to Venero. Venero to the point for Held. Held through a crowd. Good save there by Gal. Not sure how he saw that one, but he did. Held gets the rebound back, takes his time, shoots. Save made by Gal again. It's loose. Jack Weaver, the all-star, trying to clear. He can't. Brady Nairn on the half wall now for the CV Colts. Chartiers Valley looking for an early equalizer. Cross ice. Score! The calendar man right on schedule. The Colts get the goal on the Penny Power Play.
Well, Matt, one of the good power plays move bodies. We saw Calendar in a different location, and he came way down on the goal line for that one and got a very nice feed across. As we get a look at it, right down there on the goal line, they pull up and they just patiently wait for Calendar to find that space. And they threaded the needle with a pass, Matt. And not only the pass, what's impressive about that you got to put some pace on that pass to get it through. And he hammered it with a one-timer. Very difficult to do.
And from my point of view, Kevin, it didn't look like there was a ton of velocity necessarily on the shot, but to your point, he put everything he had into it, and it worked. That's what a great goal scorer he is.
He got enough on it. Trust me, I mean, everyone sees the pros do it, and it looks easy. It is not easy.
No.
And he got enough on that, just as you said, to put it in.
So more textbook special teams work by Chartiers Valley, as we saw during the regular season often. And we've got a new hockey game with 11:20 to go. Chartiers Valley getting even courtesy of their top goal scorer, Noah Calendar, who now has 2 playoff goals after 29 in the regular season. Gal forced to cover outside the crease.
So they gave the assist to number 28, Brady Nairn, and number 86, Tyler Held, for Calendar, his 6th power play goal on the campaign.
And Nairn opens his playoff account with that point. Nairn, 22 assists during the regular season. He was an excellent playmaker as CV's captain in 24-25. To the corner it comes for Zagorski. Zagorski, the senior defenseman, playing it all the way in on Kohlberg, and Kohlberg is not going to leave anything to chance.
Yeah, sometimes, Matt, if your goalie gets up an early goal in a big game, you might be concerned about their psyche and being rattled. I don't think Coach Benet has to worry about that with Kohlberg. Too much experience in big games that he's going to settle in, and they're back tied at 1.
And Kohlberg, even though he tends to get a lot of help from his defensemen who are skilled and well coached, he's capable, more than capable, of making that big save when he absolutely has to. So it's going to be an interesting game and a tough battle for Mars to, again, figure out a way to beat someone who's only been beaten once in 2 seasons, literally, by the other teams in the PIHL. Colts with a dump in. Played up the near side. In pursuit, Garrett Myers. He's greeted by Dayton Yanko. Ethan Vactor, stick checked by Sawyer Carlo, and Carlo has this puck defensively for the Colts to his blue line partner Tyler Held. Held snaps it in off Gal from a good 150 feet and then some. Gal had to be ready. Basola up the boards. His brother Nathan, a graduate of the Mars varsity program. Stevens up to Weaver. Grant Weaver lost an edge. Easy play there for Held. Tornabin up the right wing boards for CV. Gains the red line, dumps it into the Planet's zone. Ryan Kumpf to the corner. What a second half surge he had for the Colts. Ryan Kumpf. Taken by Nairn. Nairn smacks it wide. Kumpf looking for the rebound, which comes conveniently to Basola. Basola met by Nairn and company. And Nairn wins the puck battle, but can't retain the puck. Callender behind the net. Callender to the edge of the circle, to the point now. Worked around to Oscar Garcia. Garcia through a crowd. That just missed. Gal scrambling to recover his goaltender stick with 9 to go in a 1-1 game first period. Finally, the Planet's able to get it back to center, and here is Grant Weaver winding his way toward the attacking line before losing the puck to Luke Mitchell. Mitchell had a goal for the Colts in the division clincher in this building against the Montour Spartans on the last day of the regular season. Venero, 1 against 2 for Chartiers Valley. Has a trailer in Stroh-Snyder. Gal makes the save from distance. Sean Crowley to Jack Weaver. Weaver to team captain Ben Bowser. Bowser with 38 regular season points. 2 goals, 3 assists in 2 playoff rounds for Mars. Colts ice it midway through the first.
Well, it was just a few minutes ago when the Colts had that sustained pressure. That all was because of a weak breakout pass that was too soft through the middle, Matt. And back when you were covering my games and I was coaching, I used to talk about continuation goals, and what I mean by that was if you don't make the easy play that's right in front of you and all these subsequent things happen afterwards that sometimes end up in your own net, and Mars dodged a bullet right there.
If I didn't ask you about that in one of those myriad post-game interviews, I should have. 2020 hindsight. Up to center it comes for Waldron. Waldron from the edge of the right circle, played toward goal. Stevenson with a good anticipation there to knock that puck aside. Ducking around the check there for Mars was Gavin Stevenson. Trying to poke it out of the zone, but he can't. That's put off a body by Joey DeAngelis. His older brother, Chris, was Chartiers Valley's captain yesteryear. Szymanski up the near boards to Tornabin. Tornabin skating wide. Tornabin behind the net. And sent out eventually to Pitkins. Pitkins for Bowser. Bowser with a good move there. Inside the left circle, trying to center for Pitkins. Just too many white shirts in the way.
Stepped up to the neutral zone, got neither the puck nor the D, gave Bowser the outside lane.
Jack Maloney, the defenseman, and late lineup insertion by Cody Black, plays this puck into Mars territory, or CV territory, I should say. Callender for Held. Held had to reach behind him to take that pass, and that allows Maloney to play it and get some bang for his buck in the process. Colts unable to get the counterattack going. Maloney will play it one more time. Kumpf in his own corner, deferring to Sawyer Carlo. Callender working his way out from his own corner, and Callender speeds through center ice. Noah Callender, the goal scorer for the Colts. From the bottom of the left circle, lost that puck. Brought back towards center by Garrett Myers. Planets changing on the fly. Pitkins into Kohlberg's glove, and he'll pin it.
Something that we saw Monday night that when you're to the right, you got to be aware of is that Zamboni door. That kicked out some bad bounces, some caroms the other day. We didn't see it yesterday, but Monday nights, that allowed NA to put one in.
In that game, I saw, and I know the exact goal you're talking about because I called it probably the strangest bounce in a Penguins Cup playoff game I'll ever see in my entire life. And it benefited Anthony Lucas, and fortunately for South Fayette's sake, it was not enough to make the difference in the game as the Lions did prevail eventually. Gatto, Murphy dumps this puck deep into Chartiers Valley ice. Garcia behind his own net. Francis, one touches it towards center. Planets have to tag up, and they do, but that allows the Colts to exhaust their area. Venero ices this puck for CV, much to his own dismay.
Visit him sometime tonight to learn about our past champions and the history of the PIHL.
Teams starting to settle in a little bit. Early goal kind of kicked things off.
Mars got that early goal from one of their underclassmen, Shea Clark, before the Colts took advantage of a penny power play, and their superstar, Noah Callender, pulled it right back. 1-1 with just over 5 minutes remaining. Alex Gatto atop the circle. Through a crowd, that's off a skate and out of play. Cooper Stevens perhaps trying to buy a call there after the whistle, but no such luck. And this faceoff will actually come outside the Chartiers Valley line. Gatto plays it off the linesman. Outlet pass intended for Chori. Jackson Chori applying pressure as the Planets go D to D and up to center. Stevens gets blasted at the red line. Char Valley dumps the puck. Gatto in his own corner. Grant Weaver in the thick of that battle as well for Mars.
You don't get the whistles along the kickboard like you used 2 years ago.
You sure don't. Callender eventually frees that puck for the Colts. Szymanski from his own blue line tied up, lost it to Basola for a moment, but recovers in time to make the play up to center. Planets hurry to complete that line change, two-line pass to Basola. Basola trying to get around DeAngelis, puts it weakly toward goal. Kohlberg knocks it aside. Jack Weaver from the far side. In behind the Chartiers Valley net. Callender with the turnover. Basola on his backhand. Easy save there for Kohlberg. The rebound off the side of the net. And recovering is DeAngelis. DeAngelis lost it to Grant Weaver. Weaver off the side of the net. Trying to run the backdoor play for Mars. Callender taking his time, looking things over, and he'll gain the red line and send it around the boards in Mars territory. Kumpf ready and waiting. Toward goal. Cut off with time to spare by Colin Stevenson. Up to Gavin Stevenson. And Jack Weaver dumped. The Colts will be penalized for interference, and the Mars Planets for the first time tonight go to the penny power play.
1 for 6 in the playoffs so far, 16.7% on the season. They were pretty good, I think. They were at 35.4, 17 of 48 on the power play.
The number 2 power play against the tied for number 1 penalty kill in Class A. Chartiers Valley, 90.3% PK entering the postseason, and they get the face-off win here and get the clear. Waldron pressuring shorthanded for the Colts. He has this puck. He's tied up by Zagorski. Waldron content to just rag that puck and kill time off the penalty clock.
Oh, nice pass.
Bowser cross ice for Stevenson. Stevenson back to Basola. Basola keeps it away from Waldron. Jack Weaver, the aggrieved party a moment ago, leaves it for Basola. Basola shoots high and wide. Bowser has the rebound up to Zagorski. Zagorski through a crowd, deflected wide. Garcia tied up Basola in front. Weaver atop the circle. Szymanski unable to control it for the Colts. Planets on the Penny power play with 2.5 left in the first period. Bowser in the circle, toward goal. Matt Kohlberg is there.
Starting to detect a little bit of a pattern, Matt. They're shooting high on Kohlberg. They beat him on that first goal up high. A couple shots on that power play were high. He's not as tall as Gal down to our left or some of the ones I saw yesterday in 2A. So when he's down in that fly, you can see a little bit up there, but those two hit him in the upper torso, and Kohlberg was able to make those saves.
Clean face-off win by the Planets. Clark cross ice to Colin Stevenson. It comes to Kohlberg again at the edge of the crease, and he's got it.
In control of his crease, which is what you would expect from a senior goalie that was in the All-Stars.
A second consecutive All-Star appearance this season by Matt Kohlberg, in this building, no less. The PIHL All-Star event here on the island at the end of every January for some time now. The Island Sports Center and Clearview Arena will also be home to the 2025 Pennsylvania Cup games on March 22nd, and for the first time ever, the Division II Challenge Cup between co-op champions from both sides of the state. Under half a minute to go in the Penny power play, cleared by the Colts. Dayton Yanko doing the honors. No, that's Luke Mitchell, I beg your pardon. Cooper Stevens over the attacking line. Stevens on Kohlberg. He makes a save at the rebound, comes right back to Weaver, and Kohlberg has to force the face-off.
Good attack by the Planets, pushing it right there. But since you mentioned the states, I need to correct some bad information I gave out yesterday. When I checked in today, the league told me someone was listening, Matt, on the drive home. D2 is going to start at 10 a.m., not 11 like I said. So 10 a.m., 12:45 for 1A, 2A at 3:30, 3A at 6:15. I mistakenly said 11, 1, 3, and 5, so I was wrong. And get to clarify that now.
As a former teacher of mine used to say, if you're going to make a mistake, make it out loud. That's my whole philosophy. But glad we did get that corrected, and looking forward to that. First ever co-op state championship game. Making some history. Callender with a dump in, and the Colts have killed off another one. That penalty kill unit continues to show its prowess, and we remain tied late in the first. Zagorski up to center, the alternate captain, bringing it across the Chartiers Valley line. Zagorski hits the brakes. Cross-ice pass. Snapshot is blocked. Right place, right time. Tyler Held. Held unable to clear, however. Needs a little bit of help from Brady Nairn. Now Held under pressure. Turned it right over to Ethan De Silva. De Silva couldn't get it on net. Colts a bit flustered in their own zone, and finally, Nairn and company get it inside the Mars zone. 40 to go in the period. That home run pass tipped in on Kohlberg, who will play it conservatively.
One other piece of information when I checked in, they said they had 611 tickets sold for this game right here. Probably a few walk-ups, so decent crowd. 523 for the second one so far. And they did tell me 642 for the AAA Penguin Cup have so far been sold. So if you're interested in attending, get your tickets in advance, because it's very unlikely there's going to be any at the door next week.
Couple of years now, we have had excellent support of the semifinals and championship games, and we love to see it. Nairn with a turnaround try that goes off a couple of Mars sticks. Planets get it back to center with 20 to go in the period. Colts looking at maybe one last chance as Szymanski flips it in on Gal. Planets unable to get it back to center. Kumpf in front. Here's a shot put just wide by Nairn. Tried to catch Gal leaning the wrong way, but couldn't. 3 seconds left. DeAngelis has stood up, and that'll do it. He and Gavin Stevenson exchanging pleasantries as we step aside with a 1-1 game after one between the Chartiers Valley Colts and Mars Planets. I'm Matt Popchock with Kevin Zolmansky, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live, Penguins Cup semifinals, Class A on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by Soleco Advisors.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss.
Special teams can decide a close game. The advisors at Soleco Capital are a special team. If your brand new business is booming and you're ready to expand, Soleco Capital can give you the support you need to succeed. Visit them on the web at SolecoCapital.com to learn more, and be sure to follow them on LinkedIn. With Kevin Zolmansky, Matt Popchock, back at the Island Sports Center here in Neville Township inside the Clearview Arena. Great to be back in Colonial Country once again for the Penguins Cup semifinals. The Class A games tonight. Chartiers Valley Colts and Mars Planets tied at 1 after 1 as the side switch has occurred. Period 2 underway with Dylan Szymanski, the alternate captain of the Colts, playing this puck from behind his own net. Xavier Basola unable to control that on Matt Kohlberg's doorstep. Colts methodically play it up to center. That puck thrown behind Dayton Yanko. Colts will have to reset from their own territory. And Szymanski uses the glass to his advantage to buy time for the Colts to change personnel. Brady Nairn takes this puck at center. Nairn over the line, chased by Gatto. Nairn behind the net, trying to slip it in front to Callender. He never saw that puck. What a sneaky pass that was. Near side, Cooper Stevens up to Basola. Basola on goal, easy save, Kohlberg. Sawyer Carlo outletting for Kumpf. Kumpf, 1-against-1 with Zagorski, blockered away by Gal, standing up.
That was on target, Matt.
It was. Bowser under some duress. Has it deflected back to Zagorski. No icing on Mars. Kohlberg reversing the play in the nick of time to Held. Carlo in the corner. Nairn up to center. Callender negated by Zagorski. Correction by Maloney as the puck goes into the Mars bench.
So that was likely a good communication and call by the left or the right defenseman there when Kohlberg decided to reverse that. It's something that is not done enough between the goaltenders and the defenseman communicating, because he looked unsure where he wanted to move that, Matt, and then he finally went to the backhand behind the net, and it was likely because the defenseman was calling for it. So well done there by the defenseman.
And another subtle reason why Kohlberg keeps getting these All-Star nods, I'm sure. Very smart player at his position. From his own end, Maloney up the right wing boards. It's worked up to Bowser now. Bowser over the line to Stevens. Stevens fires wide. It's loose in front of Kohlberg.
Oh.
Gavin Stevenson propelling that puck toward goal, and after the whistle, Stevenson and some of the Colts having words. Ditto Bowser and some of the Colts.
Bowser got on top of Kohlberg by one of the Colts defensemen. I couldn't see which number it was, but
now, the kind of message sending you expect to see in a playoff game, we've seen a lot of that this week. It's just a matter of when the officials decide to put a foot down or a skate down, as it were.
Yeah, that one wasn't too salty, so that was okay, but they're going to let it go. They don't want to get involved unless they have to kind of draw the line.
Mars wins the face-off, up to Zagorski. Factor from the boards, he's hit up high. Nairn behind the CV goal for Callender. Callender near side for Held. Tyler Held over the attacking line, driving his way to the net. Held unable to control that puck. Good stick-to-itiveness there by Maloney. How many times do you see that in sports? The guy who isn't necessarily supposed to be in the lineup playing a good game in a big spot. Maloney's made some good defensive plays for Mars in this 1-1 semifinal game. Hand pass called.
I think I saw right there, Matt, for the first time, the Colts in a 1-2-2-4 check. So sending one deep behind over the goal line behind the goalie, and two kind of taking out the wingers. Young defensemen, amateur defensemen love to just turn and fire to the wingers, and that's one way to kind of put up a prevent defense of that and bottle a team in their own zone.
Turnover to Strohsnyder. He fires off the side of the net. Zagorski playing this puck deep in Mars territory. For Stevens, Grant Weaver from the edge of the circle, lost that puck. Good work with a stick there by Szymanski. Zagorski plays it over the Char Valley line before it's flipped promptly back to center by Venero. Maloney with a dump in for the Planets. Basola, the first man on the puck near side for Mars. Francis slips it up to Venero. Venero up ahead of the play with Strohsnyder. Venero firing wide. Strohsnyder looking for a juicy rebound, but none to be had.
Second period, long changes. Got to be cautious of making sure they're clean.
Early second period, both goals in period one by Shea Clark of Mars, and Noah Callender of Chartiers Valley. From center ice, Bowser took a whack on the hand, it looks like. He's a bit slow to leave the official's crease, but stays on the ice for Cody Black as this puck comes back to the neutral zone. Stevenson up for Jack Weaver. Jack Weaver on Kohlberg, and Kohlberg cuts down the angle.
Good recognition by the Planets right there, Matt. They saw the 1-2-2 once again. They went high off the glass instead of trying to hit the winger on the tape. And then they brought the far winger on an overlap across the neutral zone to pick up the chip behind the defenseman. Get it in. It wasn't a great scoring chance, but Matt, what it accomplishes is a face-off in the offensive zone for the Planets. So that's kind of the give and take of the strategy match of the systems for the coaches.
Mars holding their own in the face-off circle thus far as Kohlberg is called into action again. Stevenson up to the point for Zagorski. Turned over to the Colts. Callender up ahead of the play, couldn't take the pass, but it will not be icing. Callender gets to the corner to chase that puck, tries to go to Kumpf out in front. Good positioning there by Crowley. Callender taken out of the play immediately by Crowley, gets some help from Stevenson. Nairn for Callender. Callender to Brady Nairn. Nairn unable to reel it in. Crowley and Bowser camped out in front of Adam Gow as the Planets clear the puck out of their own zone over the boards.
Tried to thread that pass between the skates of the defenseman to a wide open linemate right in front of the goaltender Gow, but it hit the inside skate blade of the right skate, or that would have connected for a good scoring chance.
Nairn going to stay on to take this face-off against Weaver. Jack Weaver, that is, taking it for the Planets. This one belongs to Nairn. Clark put it right off of Ryan Kumpf. Kumpf chasing in the corner. Rubbed out of the play by Gatto. Callender to the point. Szymanski couldn't keep it in. Chance for Jack Weaver. Weaver building speed. Weaver to the right circle. Weaver toward goal. Lost the puck. Good poke check there by DeAngelis at the last second. Colts unable to clear, but that shot is blocked by Nairn. Kumpf settles this puck down and dumps it into Mars ice. Gatto from behind his own net. Outletting for Joey Santa. Santa, an often used JV move up for the Planets this season. He too had an older brother who played for the program a generation ago. Long pass to Venero. Unable to handle it, though. Tries to outmuscle Zagorski. Keegan O'Leary at center. Misplayed that puck. Zagorski eventually takes charge for the Planets. Zagorski left circle. Out in front, trying to get a lucky bounce, and we get a whistle with the net behind Kohlberg off its moorings.
Yeah, that is a common occurrence in these games. The fans yesterday were complaining quite a bit. They complained last week at Alpha, but as we say, you can't put stronger pegs in there because it's a safety issue. They go deep down in the ice, and I almost interjected there.
Well, I learned my new thing for the day. Thank you, sir.
Because the nets won't move if a player loses an edge and runs into it. You just can't do it.
And off that own zone faceoff, the Colts play this puck in the corner. Garcia takes a bump up high from Pitkins. Planets operating in the right circle. Now above the circle comes Maloney. Maloney off the side of the net. And good stick there by one of the Colts to tie up Garrett Myers out in front. Francis off of Zagorski. Zagorski to his knees trying to push that puck forward, and he buys enough time for Pitkins to cross the line. Pitkins on Kohlberg, and Kohlberg going to hang on again.
Yeah, you might be too young to remember the NHL had posts that went, the net could not dislodge. And, you know, it was obviously in the 70s it wasn't as fast a game, but as we started getting in the 80s, like they were crashing the goalies and just running in and getting injured on those posts. And so they went to the pegs that had the little points on the end of them, and that filtered all the way down to the amateur levels.
It needs to have some kind of give at least. I can definitely see why they would go in that direction. Shorey inside the line, dropping for Tornabin. Tornabin unable to control it. Grant Weaver up through center for the Planets. Left side, Basola. Basola, good stick there by Held. Out in front it comes. It's loose, controlled by Yanko. Near side, Shorey. Jackson Shorey to the corner, chased by Crowley. Crowley gets positioning on him and sends this puck up the boards to Stevens. Stevens unable to clear. Shot from the left point to the near corner with under 10 to go till the ice cut. 1-1 the score between the Colts and the Planets. Tornabin couldn't put it past Weaver. Basola right down the middle. Basola taken out of the play by Garcia, and Char Valley is content to ice this puck with 9.5 remaining.
Two teams scored over 100 goals. Thought maybe we might see quite a few, but they also play good defense. So right now the good defense is somewhat neutralizing the offense as we only have 2 goals just about halfway through the second period.
Colts, a team averaging less than 1 goal allowed per game. Mars with a team goals against average this season of roughly 2.5 in that ballpark, and they too were one of the better defensive clubs, to your point, in Class A, in the top 5 or top 10 at least. Shea Clark, who has the lone goal for Mars thus far, plays it to the corner for Gatto. Carlo off the stick of Bowser. Callender onside. Goes to Brady Nairn. Nairn high and wide. Callender to the rebound. To the point for Held. Or Szymanski, I should say. Szymanski missing the net. Carlo to the corner for Nairn. Gatto trying to get positioning on Nairn. Nairn to the opposite corner. Jack Weaver, first one there. Gave it up to Szymanski. Szymanski right into the glove hand of Adam Gow.
Caught that one on a flyby, dropping down to the butterfly. To complete the thought, sometimes when you have good offenses, Matt, that does mean a good defense because of the offensive zone possession. You keep the puck away from your own net. Doesn't always mean offensive teams get in up and down affairs, giving up quality scoring chances. If you can maintain possession and get on the cycle and all those things, you reduce the goals against average that way too.
And in the playoffs, as the Colts have to tag up now, you assume a greater level of attention to detail by the teams involved, and you also assume with that maybe an elevated level of risk aversion simply because it is an elimination game for both teams, and so that can contribute as well.
That's what I said to Paul. I told him, like what I used to tell my teams, these games are won by the team that makes the fewest mistakes and the team that capitalizes on those mistakes That's kind of what you were just saying right there, the attention to detail. You don't want to have the glaring mistakes that give up the quality scoring chance.
Lead pass intended for Garrett Myers. Planets have to reset in front of their own blue line as we have passed the midway point of this semifinal game. Still tied at 1, Chartiers Valley and Mars. Defending Penguins Cup champs trying to punch another ticket to the Penguins Cup Championship Series and play for back-to-back crowns. Later tonight, we will have not one but 2 potential first-time participants in the Penguins Cup final as Moon and Avonworth square off in semifinal number 2.
Yeah, that's a long wait for those teams, Matt, when you've never been there. Like to get to that last game of the 2.
From distance, that shot is off a stick, taken by Tyler Held and deflects wide. Mitchell at the blue line trying to play it for the Colts. It bounces to Stevens. Cooper Stevens overskated, backed up by Grant Weaver. Weaver off balance, played by Mitchell, and right to his goaltender Kohlberg, and Kohlberg with help from Mitchell freezes. 53 years of Moon Tiger hockey. They finally won a Penguins Cup semifinal game, or Penguins Cup quarterfinal game, I should say, to get to the semifinals. Avonworth, a team that on its own accord joined the league as a co-op program and for the last few years have been a self-sustained PIHL varsity team in Class A.
We call those Pure.
Yes, Pure, exactly. Guided by Chris Chiasano now after Stephen LeSean got the program started pre-pandemic. Tornabin wins that battle with Weaver. Tornabin centering for Kumpf, the pass too heavy. Kumpf from a tough angle, couldn't get it on goal. Tornabin under pressure, protecting that puck. Now trying to reverse his ground. Lost it to Grant Weaver. Planet sent it up to center for Basola. Basola has his stick lifted by Kumpf. Basola not giving up on the play. He has it behind the Chartiers Valley net. Basola looking for a passing lane. Flings it off the side of the cage. Gets it right back for the Planets. Callender up the left boards. Nairn got crisscrossed for a moment there with Tyler Held, but no matter. Nairn plays it inside Mars territory. Nairn trying to go to the man out in front, but he and Kumpf were both well marked. Stevens off his own glass and into the Colts bench.
Gives an opportunity when you say into the Colts bench to stick tap and recognize the job that Coach Paul Benetti's done with Char Valley. It was a program that was very good for a while when I was at Canavan, and then it slid and the numbers were down. And he came in after having a long break from coaching and has really put the time in along with the people that run the program to get the numbers up, and they've had some success.
In a big way. Nairn forcing that blocker save a moment ago by Adam Gow. Colts try and reestablish their offense. At center here is Nairn, getting spun off that puck by Stevenson. Gavin Stevenson over the attacking line for the Planets. Stevenson on the off wing, chased by DeAngelis, now by Callender. Good stick by Callender. It comes all the way through the neutral zone. Waldron, good hustle. Gavin Waldron in the corner. Callender is open, or was open at least. Now Callender takes this puck. Slips it to Venero. Venero trying to go back to Callender. Callender finds it. Callender unable to split the defense. Good work there by Clark. Clark outletting for Jack Weaver. Weaver skating wide toward Kohlberg. Kohlberg settles it down. Benetti in year number 11 in all in charge of the program, now on his second head coaching tour of duty. He was with the program as far back as 04-05, and at the time his claim to fame was winning the inaugural Open Cup championship, as it was called back then, and last year finally got the Colts over the Penguins Cup hump. Waldron bats that puck legally, apparently, out of midair. Near side, Santa, unable to clear the zone. Held, shoots it off a Mars stick and out of play.
Test your memory. I'm trying to think about when I was playing them. They had a tremendous score. Was it Sibyl or something like that? Sibylla?
Justin Sibylla.
Yeah, okay.
I can't believe I remember that.
Well,
once I got the last name, I was able to put 2 and 2 together.
Just a little assist there. I was trying to. I could see him as a player.
Yep.
I think he even wore 8, but I wasn't sure of that name.
I think you're right. I think he did wear 8.
And they had another kid that came back. He was away for a while. I can't remember his name, although I could see him too. I'm a little. The years go by, Matt. I don't remember as much as I once did. But I've been around.
I can relate. I'm starting to have a little of that problem myself, but that's another story. De Silva over the attacking line for the Planets inside the final 5 minutes before the ice cut. Zagorski, fan on that shot, goes cross ice to Maloney. Maloney fires just wide of Kohlberg. Waldron up to center. Strohsnyder unable to corral that puck. Maloney in front of the home bench. Gains the red line, tries to dump it in, and he gets dumped himself by Strohsnyder. Mars completing a line change. Tyler Held taking his time surveying the play. Gets it up to Jackson Chori. Chori over the line. Francis was offside. Garcia at center. Now has to scramble to get back. Chance for the Planets. Shot from an angle. Kohlberg got a piece of that one. Off the stick of Ethan Vactor. Francis with speed up the right wing boards. Richie Francis to the corner. And winning the puck battle there for Mars is Garrett Myers. Myers back to Pitkins. Pitkins up to center, reaching for it was Vactor. It comes to Mitchell defensively for the Colts. Near side Szymanski. Szymanski, well, that pass took a deflection. Chori trying to find it. Hit as he gets rid of it. Mitchell with a dump in. Gow leaving his net to try and play that puck. Colin Stevenson turns it over. Callender has it now for the Colts. Callender with a toe drag. Callender couldn't get it on goal. Good stick by Crowley. Callender with it again. Callender shoots. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Noah Callender with that left-handed magic gives the Colts a 2-1 lead. 3 minutes till the ice cut.
Just incredible patience, Matt. I mean, he's faked that shot in the slot, and then he had it down in the corner, and you just can't let an off-wing shooter like Callender come off the boards like he did with all that room. Right there, just the winger needs to sag down from the point, right? That's old school thinking where the winger's got to cover that point man and just not leave him. No, you got to get back and you got to force that pass to the point because there's more reaction time for the goalie. And Callender took that seam, entered that space, and coming off that off wing, fired that one in the upper corner. Just a terrific goal for Noah Callender, his second of the game.
In the 2024 Western PA playoffs, Callender had 3 goals and 5 points en route to the Penguins Cup title. In the 2025 Western PA playoffs, thus far, 3 goals, 5 points. It's Groundhog Day on the island, and the Colts have their first lead.
This one might be unassisted.
Tournament gets his first playoff point. And Szymanski his as well. And the Colts are going to go back to the sin bin, so the Planets have a chance to answer quickly with Kumpf being sent off with 2:15 remaining. One of the Planets shaken up. And we will step aside quickly with Chartiers Valley leading Mars 2-1. Mars going to go on the penny power play for the second time when we come back.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
The penalty against Kumpf is a 2-minute roughing minor, and fortunately for his sake, it is nothing more than that. The aggrieved player for the Planets was junior defenseman Alex Gatto, and Cody Black certainly does not want to see that, with the Planets already dealing with a key injury on their blue line that we talked about in pregame. And Mars holding their own against a defending champion and #1 team in the PIHL, despite having a rough go of it personnel-wise on the back end.
Yeah, some key scratches, injuries, suspensions, etc.
Weaver working the perimeter on the Penny power play for Mars. That's fired wide off a stick by Zagorski. Colts trying to protect the slim lead before the Zamboni does its thing here at the Clearview Arena. Gavin Stevenson in the corner, matched up with Szymanski. Stevenson wins that battle, gets it back to Bowser. Bowser slips it to Zagorski.
Oh.
Zagorski with a nice move there. Zagorski shooting high and wide beyond Kohlberg, and the rebound comes all the way back to center red.
Those high shots from the wings, man. If you miss the target, that's what happens. It rims out.
Jack Weaver double teamed. Now he's hitting the corner, but Basola has this puck for the Planets. Basola from an angle, almost capitalized there. Kohlberg was ready, and it's loose. Oh, what a save there by Kohlberg. How did that not go in? Somehow the Colts force it to the boards. Oh my goodness. Matt Kohlberg bargaining with the hockey gods. There's a broken stick in front, and it's put wide by Gavin Stevenson. My goodness. Not for nothing, it remains a 2-1 game in the Colts' favor. Zagorski above the right circle. Zagorski fires wide. Kohlberg makes that save, and now Dylan Szymanski makes sure that Kohlberg has that puck.
Kohlberg was the only calm person out there. That was insane.
How did that puck not go in?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't understand how it didn't go in.
The Colts had a number of bodies in front of Kohlberg in full panic mode, trying to play makeshift goalie, if you will, and keep it out with Kohlberg, in the prone position. And it might have hit off of one of them as the Planets were trying to score.
He might have had help from Goldberg right there, too. I don't know. I thought it went in and snapped back quickly once, but it kind of defied physics.
That was my knee-jerk reaction, but we never saw the referee point, so.
Yeah, my initial thought was like that snapped off the net so quickly. But you're right. I didn't see any arms go in the air. I didn't see any points from the official, and they just kept scrambling to try to slam it in. What a sequence. Oh, man.
Easily the most hectic for both teams in this semifinal game as the puck goes into the Colts bench. Braden Palko, the only other goaltender dressed for the Colts tonight, giving that puck back to the officials.
Well, we're going to remember that one if this one gets late in the third period, 2-1.
And the way these teams are playing, it just might be that way as Kohlberg has to make that save on the doorstep, robbing Max Pitkins, the freshman.
Spread eagle down on his torso, legs extended to both posts, taking up as much space as he could. That 2-on-1 right from the blue line in, with a nice little move just inside the zone for the Planets, right from the center dot. I get another look at it here as I'm watching the monitor. The defenseman stepped up, he didn't get it. There was that quick 2-on-1 blue line in. I thought they were gonna go one more pass, Matt. It went left to right, and I thought maybe it was gonna go back to the left because they had a right shot on that left side.
Kohlberg coming into this game with 60 combined saves in his last 3 starts. All 3 shutouts as the Colts were offside. And prior to that eyebrow raiser by Shea Clark early in this game, he had played over 160 minutes without allowing a goal. And against all odds, he does not allow a goal on the power play. The Colts are 2 for 2 on the penalty kill with 8 seconds left. Mars controls it, and they're just going to try and kill the rest of this clock and talk about it in the dressing room. It is time to cut the ice inside the Clearview Arena at the RMU Island Sports Center. Noah Callender's 2 goals have the Chartiers Valley Colts ahead of the Mars Planets 2-1 in Class A Penguins Cup semifinal action with Kevin Zolmanski. I am Matt Popchock, and you are watching PIHL Hockey Night Live's coverage of the Penguins Cup semifinals on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by Play It Again Sports in Greensburg.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
For a lane, puts it off Richie Francis. Ben Bowser, one of the top feeders in the league, drops it back to Shea Clark. Clark shoots, score! Shea Clark from 40 feet finds a way to beat Matt Kohlberg and the Planets. Stunned in the championship game, outletting for Callender. Callender back for Held. Held shooting on Gow, he makes the save, and there is no rebound. Good Terry Kant, Brady Nairn on the half wall now for the CV Colts. Chartiers Valley looking for an early equalizer. Cross ice. Score! The Calendar Man! Right on schedule. The Colts get the goal on the penny power play. Jackson Shorey applying pressure as the Planets go D to D and up to center. Stevens gets blasted at the red line. Gavin Stevenson. And Jack Weaver dumped. The Colts will be penalized for interference, and the Mars Planets for the first time tonight go to the penny power play. Penny power play with 2.5 left in the first period. Bowser in the circle toward goal. Matt Kohlberg is there. Cooper Stevens over the attacking line. Stevens on Kohlberg. He makes a save at the rebound, comes right back to Weaver, and Kohlberg has to force the face-off. Gal. Planets unable to get it back to center. Kumpf in front. Here's a shot put just wide by Nairn. Up to Bowser now. Bowser over the line to Stevens. Stevens fires wide. It's loose in front of Kohlberg. Oh. Gavin Stevenson propelling that puck toward goal. Lifts it up to Venero. Venero up ahead of the play with Stroh-Snyder. Venero firing wide. Stroh-Snyder looking for a juicy rebound, but none to be had. Stevenson Up for Jack Weaver. Jack Weaver on Kohlberg, and Kohlberg cuts down the angle.
Good recognition by the Planets right there, Matt.
Jack Weaver, first one there. Gave it up to Szymanski. Oh. Szymanski right into the glove hand of Adam Gal.
Caught that one on a flyby. Dropping.
Callender with it again. Callender shoots. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Noah Callender with that left-handed magic gives the Colts a 2-1 lead. 3 minutes till the ice cut. Now he's hitting the corner, but Basola has his puck for the Planets. Basola from an angle, almost capitalized there. Kohlberg was ready, and it's loose. Oh, what a save there by Kohlberg. How did that not go in? Somehow the Colts force it to the boards. Oh my goodness. Matt Kohlberg bargaining with the hockey gun. And the way these teams are playing, it just might be that way as Kohlberg has to make that save on the doorstep, robbing Max Pitkins, the freshman.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
All across the United States, each state has what's called an immunization information system. Immunization information systems, or IIS, are confidential, population-based, computerized databases that record all immunization doses administered by participating providers to persons residing within a given geopolitical area. In the United States, every vaccination registry is a bit different, which can become daunting and confusing. Enter PubHub. PubHub solves this issue by giving its providers the ability to connect and communicate to the state registry with one connection and one data format. For example, if a patient has received the COVID-19 vaccine, PubHub allows the provider to see if the patient has already received the vaccine, keeping everything safe and organized for everyone.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is locally owned and operated and focused on serving the community. Play It Again Sports buys, sells, and trades used and new sports equipment and fitness gear and passes along the savings to you. Their large inventory, customer service, and wide selection of major brands will keep you coming back for years. Open 7 days a week. Visit them on 6041 Route 30 or visit them online at playitagainsports.com/locations/Greensburg-PA. Some exciting action so far, Kevin Zolmanski.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the goals here, Matt. We have 3 so far. It was going to be Shea Clark opening the scoring right here. It's going to be a pass that goes all the way to the far post. He walks in, top of the circles, picks the corner for his first goal of the season, first of the playoffs. Assist, 1 assist on that one to number, don't have 19, Bowser. Then it's going to be Noah Callender on the power play. He's going to circle and come down from the right of your screen down towards the goal line, and a nice pass there from Brady Narn on the power play. Callender gets his second of the playoffs and first of the game. And then it went into the second period, tied at 1. And Callender, he had the puck on his stick for quite a long time. He was able to circle back around, walk off the boards, and pick the corner for his third of the playoffs. It's 2-1 Colts.
With Kevin Zolmanski and Matt Popchock back at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center in Neville Township for Class A Penguins Cup semifinal number 1. And the Planets move this puck deep into the Chartiers Valley zone. Both teams very strong third period teams. And we'll get to that in a moment as Callender takes the outlet pass and speeds up the left wing boards, chased by Maloney. Callender gets positioning. Callender from an angle, forced to save by Gal. Colts couldn't scoop up the rebound. Kumpf against the grain, unable to hit the target. Tyler held, met by Basola on the half wall. Follows the bouncing puck ahead of Zagorski. Held out in front. Oh, what a pass, but Yanko couldn't take it. Chance in transition for Basola. Kumpf scrambling to get back, and he does. Gatto resetting at his own blue line. Both teams trying to complete line changes at the beginning of this final regulation period. From in front of his own cage, Clark, the goal scorer, plays it off of the stick of Jack Weaver, and it bounces right to Matt Kohlberg, who covers up. Chartiers Valley, 39 third period goals this season, second most in Class A. Only 5 third period goals allowed, for that matter. So they're where they want to be right now. But Mars was the highest scoring third period team in Class A in the regular season anyway, with 41 goals. So again, both these teams are capable of finishing strong, as to wit, Jack Weaver forces a save by Kohlberg. Colts clear it. Tornabin knocked down in the corner by Bowser. Tornabin a bit shaken up as he's over on his stomach now with the puck leaving the zone. Icing on the Planets. And Tornabin may get some extra attention here. He's still down on his stomach in behind the Mars goal line.
He's working on the equipment over here, Matt. Didn't really get a see what happened down in that corner. I think we might get a look at it on the video delay. Here's a little chip past the defenseman trying to get in on the forecheck. Just kind of took one up high off the shoulder. When you see that, that makes me think when he's hunched over a dislocated shoulder, or shoulder that pops out, sometimes they can pop it in.
I will never forget from that traumatic preseason episode that Evgeny Malkin had in his rookie year in the NHL. Anytime I see a player, like you said, the player's arm just hanging there, not moving at all, I too assume separated shoulder, and I hope for his sake it is anything but.
Yeah.
Everybody has a tell. And the energy that these kids are able to exert playing lots of games over the course of the season, and some of them after short turnarounds playing with travel teams and amateur teams and whatnot, they're unbelievably dedicated to their sport at their age, as that save is made by Gal.
Yes, it's a lot of hockey. There is a pretty good argument to be made. Maybe it's too much hockey sometimes. It's a very busy month on the hockey calendar for the playoffs, high schools, districts, etc. It's never going to change. I wish it would be able to change to take a little pressure off of that players to be at 2 places at once, but it's just the way it's always been.
And sometimes that compacted schedule can come back to haunt certain teams, or so they believe. We've seen it a lot over the years. Involvement is certainly a double-edged sword. You're absolutely right, as this goes for icing against the Planets. And there's an adage in hockey, that an adage in any sport, that great teams make their own luck. I think any great team needs luck at some point to go on a championship run. And looking back at the end of that second period, you could argue the Colts were lucky not to give up a power play goal before the end of that period. So maybe that's their key lucky moment of 2025. We'll wait and see. But
I saw Jimmy Black walking down the steps at intermission. He looked at me after saying hi. He goes, "How did that not go in?" I said,
so it's not just me.
I'm literally trying to figure it out, Jimmy. We couldn't figure out. I thought it snapped back quickly. He goes, "I thought it hit like that center thing and bounced back." I said, "Yeah, that would have made sense, because we thought it ricocheted too hard. But like we said during the call, nobody put their arms up.
Held from distance. Oh, and the rebound. That save is made by Gow, and somehow he keeps that play by Brady Nairn from being a Chartiers Valley goal.
That came off of the defenseman, Max Zagorski, right there, and almost was an OG for the Planets, which they can't afford to have down one here with now 14-15 to go in the third. As you get a look right there, I mean, sprawled down, Gal kept it out.
Back to action in Mars territory. Colts fighting for possession. Shamansky wide of goal. Zagorski lets it go by. Francis hurrying to catch up to that puck far side before the Planets send it around to the near corner for Maloney. The move up defenseman, and now the puck goes. Oh, it does not go out of play. The net behind Gow is out of whack again. So we'll have another face-off in Planets ice.
Don't forget, the second semi's next. Avonworth and Moon. You got to see the head coach of Moon. I couldn't find him. I talked to some of the coaches. They were both very tight-lipped.
Kobe Yorig, a former Moon player from the class of 2013 in his second straight year in charge of that program, and Chris Chiasano, whose Lopes just pulled off a significant upset of mighty Quaker Valley in the quarterfinals. They'll be going at each other later tonight here on the island, offside on Mars.
That upset got everybody's attention. Quaker Valley's a good team.
They're an excellent team, and they were going into that game.
But Avonworth's got a good offense, and they were able to score some goals.
Only 8 first-period goals allowed by Quaker Valley coming into that game. In that game alone, 4 to the Avonworth Antelopes. It was quite a night, and the Lopes nearly squandered that 4-goal lead, but they hung on with Quaker Valley pulling goaltender Landon Buterbaugh and earned the right to be here tonight against the Tigers. Steal by Bowser. Bowser plays it in front, and it's jammed in! Or is it? No, they wave it off. No goal. Distinct kicking motion, no goal. The Colts fans are cheering and probably breathing a sigh of relief. The Planets can't believe it. But the call was made immediately by this USA Hockey crew for a distinct kicking motion on the would-be tying goal. What do you think?
Well, this is just a careless pass. Well, I guess he hit the stick. It just lost it. Okay, so here's a good. Ooh.
That looks like from that angle it's off the skate. I think
that is off the skate, off his left skate. And the way he was leaning, you can't kick while leaning on your front foot because you can't lift it up. So I have to correct myself. It wasn't a careless pass. It hit the stick. He just couldn't hold it, so it was a turnover behind his own.
And once again, you show me any team that's won a championship, I'll show you at least one time they got lucky. Again, the Colts catching a break and catching a bounce perhaps to keep the 1-goal lead for the time being.
They don't often get 2 breaks.
No, they don't. Evidently, it's going to take some kind of bargaining with the hockey gods to knock off the champs here tonight. Chartiers Valley 2, Mars 1 as Nairn loses an edge. Kumpf at center. Going near side intended for the Colts captain. Callender unable to control it. Colts have to reset inside their own zone. Callender cross ice. Kumpf settles it down legally. Kumpf right circle shooting off of Gow. The rebound goes in behind the net. Nairn putting the lumber into the back of Gatto as play continues. Clark near side for Jack Weaver. Weaver looking over the play, looking for some company, but none to be found just yet. Held puts a hit on him and plays the puck near side for CV. Stroh-Snyder back to center off of Grant Weaver's blade. Mars resetting defensively. 2-line pass, too strong for Basola. Icing on the Planets 5 minutes into the third.
So we're not going to crush the officials, although I think I disagree with the waving of the goal. They don't have the benefit of replay. We did. And you still have a lot of time if you're Mars to try to get that equalizer. So it happened early enough in the third period, but you just can't kick while you're leaning on that foot. You just can't. It's not physically possible.
And there was no hesitation, surprisingly, from the crew. That call was made with a lot of conviction.
Conviction and emphasis.
So we thought we had a tie game early in the third, then all of a sudden we did not. In the corner, Zagorski paired defensively with Jack Maloney. Maloney up the near side to Stevens. Grant Weaver at center, knocked off balance by Waldron. Colts have it in their own end. Tyler Held taking his time to catch up to that puck and send it across multiple lines. Maloney trying to slip it past Venero and does to Basola. Basola has a trailer in Stevens. Basola skating wide as another trailer in Weaver, but can't find him. Richie Francis and the Colts in transition. Venero, the freshman, had that puck go off his stick. Basola at center. 1 against 2, has Stevens going to the net, shoots it himself. That's out of play off of Mitchell's stick.
So as we tick under 11, these are the opportunities for Mars, right? Offensive zone face-off. I like to see that a little bit right there, Matt. The players having a little bit of a quick conversation. You got to all be on the same page. What face-off are we running? Where are we trying to win this face-off?
Stevenson from the point. That puck floating in midair. Neither team knew where it was before it just kind of died at the feet of Szymanski. Tornabin out from behind his own net to Francis. Francis with his back to the play turned it over for a moment to Keegan O'Leary, but Szymanski recovers for the Colts and flings it in on Adam Gow, who freezes it.
On the reverse side, this is what the Colts will take, right? That puck pops out in the neutral zone. Cross the red line, get it in deep. Unless you need a change, you really don't need to get it on goal, but you do get the face-off. It allows you to get the change. The point being to try to keep the clock moving is what I was thinking.
Yanko off the draw. Oh, from a Lemieux-esque angle trying to beat Gal, but Gal was wise to it.
On his on wing there means that, I mean, that blade was below the goal line and he threw that there.
There are only 2 people on the planet that could score from there as far as I'm concerned. They've both played for the Penguins, but I digress. Tornabin from a sharp angle of his own trying to slip one past Gal, whose net is knocked off its moorings.
Nice little low angle camera shot right there to show the goaltender Gal as he gets back to his feet, or his skates in this case. He's a tall goalie.
25 total shots for the Colts unofficially, matching the number of saves Gal has had, through 2 Penguins Cup playoff rounds. Matt Kohlberg at the other end with 24 saves and counting, exceeding the 22 he had in last week's quarterfinal shutout of North Catholic. Callender on hat-trick watch to the corner. Kumpf giving chase. He's rubbed out of the play by Clark. Callender takes it away. Callender out in front off a Chartiers Valley skate. It's loose and picked up alertly by Myers. Myers looking for some space, can't find much. Joey DeAngelis through 2 lines, trying to connect there with Nairn. Kumpf comes up with a steal and sends it deep into Mars territory. Colts completing a line change at the moment. Gatto up to center for Mars. DeAngelis defensively in the corner, pressured from behind by Vactor. To Gatto. Gatto right into the body of Nairn. Brady Nairn taking one for the team. Nairn on his off wing. Again, not much room to work out there for either team as time ticks down. Colts with a 1-goal lead, and Chori took a hard hit there from behind in the corner, but we play on. Szymanski goes D to D with Held. 2-line pass to Chori. Colts trying to catch Mars in a bad change, but Gal makes the easy save there. Midway through this third period, Chori for Waldron. The muckers and grinders out there for Paul Bonetti in a tight game.
Cycle down. There it is.
Venero does just that. It comes up to Oscar Garcia. His shot off of Mars' stick. O'Leary up to center. for De Silva. De Silva 1 against 3. Bumped by Garcia as he got rid of that puck. Held off the body of Bowser, and it bounces in the general direction of Kohlberg before Garcia tries to outlet it one more time. Maloney retreating.
Oh.
Stolen by Venero. Venero shooting on Gow. It's loose and scooped up and cleared by Maloney. Yanko plays it toward goal. That's cleared by Crowley. A chaotic moment there. Centering pass for Francis. He's tied up by Jack Weaver. Yanko taken out of the play. And the puck is out of action.
A heart-stopping moment. A moment of panic for the Mars Planets right there, as that was a bit of a turnover right in the slot area. We see this starting from back there. They're going to go off the glass into the neutral zone, and there the defenseman has it. It just slips off his stick as he was looking up.
Venero with only 4 regular season goals as a varsity first-year player, but also 22 points. And if he can ever find that scoring touch, look out. Stevenson behind the defense. Stevenson a goal. Barrio! What planet are you from, Gavin Stevenson? The alternate captain makes it happen, and we've got a new hockey game with 7:25 remaining.
Well, man, all of a sudden, Stevenson just exploded through the neutral zone, and he was in all alone. Here's a good pass. He's got some speed, gets it right at the center red line, and that defenseman overcommits to that left side, gets off balance, gives Stevenson the lane down the left side, and he went upstairs over the shoulder of Kohlberg. And for Gavin Stevenson, that is his 3rd of the playoffs, 18th of the season. There should be 1 assist to that defenseman that made a good pass to him in transition.
So the Planets overcome the tough breaks, and here comes Nairn. Nairn down the middle, but it's gloved by Gal.
Almost a quick answer.
Assisted by number 4, Jack Weaver.
Good pass by Jack Weaver.
Time of the goal, 7:25.
The senior forward's 3rd of the playoffs, his 5th point overall. He had 33 points and 15 goals during the regular campaign for Mars. Mars, such a balanced team. 4 different players on the varsity playoff roster with at least 15 goals in regular season play. And they are giving the Colts all they can handle. Held. That shot from distance was knocked aside by Kohlberg, or by Gow, excuse me. Kumpf in the corner. Colts trying to get Kohlberg off the hook here and get their forecheck going. Backhanded in the general direction of goal, but right off the body of Grant Weaver. And Weaver gets involved near side with Held. Callender retaliates. Weaver counterattacking. Weaver to Basola. Basola shooting wide.
Oh.
One of the Planets dumped in the corner, no penalty. Maloney throwing his weight around. Nairn has it now for the Colts. Nairn over the line, hits the brakes. Nairn slips it to Callender. Noah Callender out in front, too far for Nairn. Nairn off balance. That shot stopped and covered by Gal.
That was a nice interchange right there between Nairn and Callender. Nairn slowed that play once he crossed the blue line. He drew 2 defensemen after he dropped that off. And then Nairn was able to go down the slot when Callender got that drop pass. He drew those 2 guys over to the left-hand side. I thought they were going to connect right there, Matt.
The Planets win the faceoff and they come to center. Here's Vactor over the line off of Szymanski. Venero at the side of the net. Venero winding up to center. The freshman over the line for the Colts. Venero on his backhand trying to sneak it in from a tough angle. DeAngelis through a crowd. That save is made, and it ricocheted right back to Gal, who got the generous whistle even though the puck was not necessarily frozen.
Yeah, that was a quick whistle that time. Get a look here, pinching down the boards, just throwing it to the net. Gal was none too pleased. He pops up very quickly, but everybody involved, I think, understood the magnitude of the moment. Nobody wanted to go to the box for 2 minutes. even if it was coincidental.
Jack Weaver, by the way, getting the only assist officially on that Stevenson equalizer. So Weaver's 6 points total now lead the Planets in these Penguins Cup playoffs. Mars 2, Chartiers Valley 2. The Planets, the Blue Division runners-up, trying to knock off last year's Penguins Cup champions, a team that has only lost once in the last 2 PIHL seasons combined.
And you mentioned the success they had scoring goals in the third period. They seem to have found their stride.
Bowser in behind the Char Valley net. Waldron trying to get positioning on Jack Weaver. He'll play it up to center. Crowley promptly dumping it back in as we hit the final 5 minutes of regulation. Who's going to wear the cape and for whom? Kumpf over the attacking line. Kumpf surrounded by dark jerseys. That ricocheted toward Gow, but he was ready. Colin Stevenson behind his own net. Strong on that puck, plays it off the glass. Right back to Joey DeAngelis. Kumpf turned it over to Jack Weaver. Weaver hustling to the right circle. Weaver toward goal. Kohlberg knocks it aside. Callender turned it over in a dangerous spot, but the Planets couldn't sneak it into the exposed net. Steal by Basola at center red. He's got Grant Weaver coming over the line. Basola on the backhand. Weaver unable to deflect it in. Face-off coming up in Colts territory, I believe.
Matt, talk about communication. What I just saw was pretty impressive. Nairn had that puck on his stick coming out here. You might not have saw it through here, but he gave the head nod to his line mate that was way up, telling him like he wanted him to cut. That's fantastic nonverbal communication at that moment.
It's team chemistry, too. A lot of these players have been playing together at the varsity level and on other teams in some cases for some time now. Gatto off a skate, and it's kicked in! It's off Basola, and this one's gonna count! Xavier Basola has given the Planets the lead with 4:05 to play, and there's a sale at Penny's! Xavier Basola, his second of the playoffs. This time he keeps that skate stiff as a board. And the Planets are sniffing the upset.
Good position of his stick blade, Matt. This one's going to be a good pass to the point, low to high, and he times that deflection perfectly. It was a good pass back from someone I didn't see in the corner to the defenseman, number 33, Alex Gatto. So it's going to be assist to Gatto in the forward in the corner, and the defenseman for the Colts did not see the shot, but Basola did, and he put that blade down right at the right time to deflect it home.
Mars 3, Chartiers Valley 2. The champs on the ropes with 3:45 to play. Szymanski behind his own net. Bowser turns around and just casually puts it on goal. Kohlberg knocking it to the right side. Szymanski up to center. Grant Weaver, the hero of the quarterfinal round, gets one of 2 assists on the Basola tally. Gatto gets the other one. Gatto's second helper of the playoffs. Bouncing puck beyond. What a strange bounce that was. You talked about funny bounces off the boards earlier. That would have been one for the ages. Garrett Myers on the off wing. Myers between the circles, shooting off balance to the corner. Last year's Mars Planets team, a team that entered the postseason with a double-digit winning streak under first-year coach Cody Black, but stubbed their toe in round 1 against Moon, which we'll see later tonight. The Planets, they're a team with some unfinished business of their own. We talk about CV wanting to get back to states. The Planets want to hoist that Penguins Cup for the first time in the decade, and they want to erase that bad juju from last spring. As that save is made by Gal, still loose. Nairn fighting for it. Colts fling it out in front. Held in the corner for Callender. Callender to Kumpf. Kumpf toward goal. It's blocked and kicked aside. Zagorski made the play. Net off the moorings with 2:11 to go.
2 quick points, good block by Zagorski, and he used his hand to clear it. But Matt, I don't think the Colts have really rehearsed when it's time to pull the goalie. They haven't really happened to do it.
Paul Benetti using his timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you that live coverage of the 2025 Penguins Cup semifinals on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Drusky Entertainment. Visit DruskyENT.com for a complete calendar of their upcoming live shows, including A Flock of Seagulls at Jurgles Rhythm and Grill Thursday, April 17th, Blood, Sweat, and Tears at Jurgles Thursday, May 29th, and comedian Drew Lynch at Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall Saturday, June 7th. Congratulations to Drusky Entertainment on 20 great years, and thank you for supporting Penguins Cup playoff hockey on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. He's Kevin Zolmanski. I'm Matt Popchock, and these are two very highly skilled and highly schooled teams.
Well-coached teams, yeah.
A Mars win would not be all that shocking in that sense. In another sense, when you look at the body of work by the Chartiers Valley Colts over the last couple of seasons, continuing to win and win and win some more, despite losing significant talent from last year's team, it would be, I think, a significant upset and the first real, maybe biggest signature win of Cody Black's young coaching career.
And I think all that is fair. I think that's right. I mean, that's a big win for Coach Black and his staff if they can hold on for 2-11. When you compare the histories of the program, what I don't have the numbers for Chartiers Valley is the old SHIHL victories and all that. But in terms of Penguin Cups, Mars has the better history. They just haven't been there in a few years. Chartiers Valley, this group was there last year largely. So this is a time where they're going to have to dig in and get the equalizer here with 2:11 to go.
Colts win the faceoff. Held's one-timer off his own man. Nairn caught the friendly fire. Out in front, it's played off the body of Grant Weaver. And with help from Basola, he'll clear it. The net is still occupied down to our right. Tyler Held has this puck.
Oh.
And he nearly turned it over to Basola, the man of the hour for the moment for the Mars Planets. Noah Callender with both Colts goals. He shoots it off of Gow and it bounced behind the net.
He tried for the bad angle goal, Matt.
For the record, it would not have shocked me at all if he had succeeded there. He's just the kind of player who could have pulled that off, but it was not to be. Held from an angle. That misses the net. Callender has the rebound. Callender to the corner.
Oh, good pass.
At the side of the net, but unable to control it because his stick was tied up by Clark. That was Kumpf who got tied up by Clark. Interference.
Flick the stick out of the hand. I didn't catch the number of what CV player it was, but it's going to be Stevens to the box.
Cooper Stevens, the junior.
He could have used that timeout now.
Cody Black is going to use his. A minute 19 to go. And for the moment, the Chartiers Valley Colts plan to spend the remainder of regulation on the penny power play.
I just saw it on the video delay. He flicked it out of his hands. You can't do that. That's an interference call. So the last time they had to draw, Matt, they won it cleanly. But one of my pet peeves when I'm coaching, after you win the draw, your duty is not over. You have to keep that center in front of you like an offensive lineman just for a heartbeat. And the wingers need to step in and keep those wingers to give your point men time. They went D to D and they were being closed out quickly and didn't give them time to really look up. They just kind of fired it at the net. As you said, it hit Narn right in the chest, or it might have went in. But you can't. You got it. Your responsibilities around the circle are to hold those Mars players from the point. You can't hold them too long because that becomes interference, right? It's just like a one Mississippi type count, and then you got to let them go because you got to let your D. And I think at this point you're bringing Kohlberg, right? You're going to go 6-on-4. The benefit for the
that would be the logical decision, I think, but I'm up there. Paul Bonetti's down there.
The good part for the Planets is they can fire at the net and it's not icing. So there is a small benefit to being down.
And the analytics actually say that you're better off shooting for the empty net than not.
I'm not on board with the math wizards on that one. I don't like bringing the faceoffs back in. But here you're shorthanded.
And the Colts win the faceoff. Chartiers Valley for the moment, 5 against 4. Will it be 6-on-4? And when? Nairn above the circle. That shot is blocked. Nairn gets it back. Nairn on his backhand out in front. It's loose. And is it in? No, it's not. Gal kept it out. The maddest of mad scrambles for that puck. But Gal had it all along. And the Mars bench, some of the players want an interference call on the Colts for taking down Gal, if not Gatto.
It was under Gal's glove. It did not go over. But I'm a little bit, let's say, perplexed by not pulling the goalie. I'm surprised. I mean, I respect Coach Benetti, but why are you not getting the extra attacker here?
It's showing an awful lot of faith in the guys you have out on the ice. And to be fair, there's a lot of talent out on the ice for the Colts at the moment. But it is a head scratcher. You're absolutely correct.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
These Penguins Cup playoffs full of surprises. Nairn, that's denied by Gal. Under a minute left. Planets up by a goal. Colts on the power play. Calendar out in front.
Oh.
Nairn denied by Gal. What a play that was. A better save by Gal.
Benetti's getting him now. He's looking for him, and I don't know why they're waiting. This is crazy.
In the near corner, the puck battle rages on. The Colts win the battle. Nairn has it.
Here he comes.
Nairn to Held. Held's shot blocked. Nairn from the circle. 20 to go. Nairn waiting, watching, shooting, blocked again.
Oh.
And here's Jack Weaver. Weaver can put it away. He will not, but it might not matter because time is the enemy of the Colts now. 10 seconds left. Jack Weaver has Tyler Held trapped. 3 seconds left. Held just flings it to center ice. That's it, and that's all. The Kings have been dethroned. The Mars Planets knock off the Penguins Cup champs. Final score, Mars Planets 3, Chartiers Valley Colts 2. There will be a new Penguins Cup champion in Class A. It will be the Mars Planets or the Tigers or the Lopes. What a game, Kevin.
It was a very good game. And you had talked about the number of goals that the Planets have scored in the third period, and they win this one with 2 third-period goals. And it's almost kind of like the expression you hear in basketball about the ball don't lie type of thing, because they had a couple of chances. One we thought should have counted, and then they came back and got 2 more. So I'm super impressed, Matt, by they stuck with it and were not demoralized by that goal that was waved off.
And I'm going to stick with that because I don't think it's fair to talk about what went wrong for the Colts. I think it is fair to talk about what went right for the Planets because they did persevere mentally and physically, and this was a hard-earned, deserved upset victory by the Planets. What else do you think went right tactically for them tonight, Kevin?
Well, obviously, Gal was good in goal. That was a big help to it, but I like the way they were not so much early in the game, but as the game progressed, second half of the game, I really thought they got the offensive zone time, establishing some pressure, getting on the forecheck. The word you used during the broadcast was balance, was the exact same word I heard from Coach Black and Coach Benetti about Mars. So they have that ability to go deep into the bench, and they were just able to find guys that come through. Sometimes, Matt, in a close game, you need somebody to make a play. Right, you can X and O all you want, but somebody's got to make a play, and that was a good tip. The go-ahead goal was an excellent tip from a low to high play, and that was the difference in the game. I think you're right. It wasn't like the Colts lost it. Planets found a way to win it.
And on that note, we'll see who they will meet at the Lemieux Complex in Cranberry next Monday night at 8:45 on TenbandTV and Trib Live High School Sports Network. Will it be the Tigers? Will it be the Lopes? Will it be Moon? Will it be Avonworth? Who will challenge Mars as the Planets try to win their first Penguins Cup Class A title in exactly a decade? We shall see. Thank you, Kevin Zlemanski. I'm Matt Popchock. The other semifinal between the Tigers and the Lopes is next. You're watching it on TenbandTV, presented by Drusky Entertainment.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
For a lane, puts it off Richie Francis. Ben Bowser, one of the top feeders in the league, drops it back to Shea Clark. Clark shoots. Score! Shea Clark from 40 feet finds a way to beat Matt Kohlberg and the Planets. Stunned in the championship game, outletting for Callender. Callender back for Held. Held shooting on Gow. He makes the save, and there is no rebound.
Good
He can't. Brady Nairn on the half wall now for the CV Colts. Chartiers Valley looking for an early equalizer. Cross ice. Score! The Calendar man right on schedule. The Colts get the goal on the penny power play. Jackson Shorey applying pressure as the Planets go D to D and up to center. Stevens gets blasted at the red line. Gavin Stevenson. And Jack Weaver dumped. The Colts will be penalized for interference, and the Mars Planets for the first time tonight go to the penny power play. Penny power play with 2.5 left in the first period. Bowser in the circle. Toward goal. Matt Kohlberg is there. Cooper Stevens over the attacking line. Stevens on Kohlberg. He makes a save at the rebound. Comes right back to Weaver. And Kohlberg has to force the face-off. Gal. Planets unable to get it back to center. Kumpf in front. Here's a shot put just wide by Nairn. Up to Bowser now. Bowser over the line to Stevens. Stevens fires wide. It's loose in front of Kohlberg.
Oh.
Gavin Stevenson propelling that puck toward goal. Flips it up to Venero. Venero up ahead of the play with Strohsnyder. Venero firing wide. Strohsnyder looking for a juicy rebound, but none to be had. Stevenson up for Jack Weaver. Jack Weaver on Kohlberg, and Kohlberg cuts down the angle.
Good recognition by the Planets right there, Matt.
Jack Weaver, first one there. Gave it up to Szymanski. Oh. Szymanski right into the glove hand of Adam Gow.
Caught that one on a flyby. Drop it.
Calendar with it again. Calendar shoots. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Noah Calendar with that left-handed magic gives the Colts a 2-1 lead. 3 minutes till the ice cut. Now he's hitting the corner, but Basola has this puck for the Planets. Basola from an angle, almost capitalized there. Kohlberg was ready, and it's loose. Oh, what a save there by Kohlberg. How did that not go in? Somehow the Colts force it to the boards. Oh my goodness. Matt Kohlberg bargaining with the hockey gun. And the way these teams are playing, it just might be that way as Kohlberg has to make that save on the doorstep, robbing Max Pitkins, the freshman.
Ricochet too hard, but like we said there in the call, nobody put their arms up.
Held from distance. Oh, on the rebound, that save is made by Gow, and somehow he keeps that play by Brady Nairn from being a Chartiers Valley goal. Right to be here tonight against the Tigers. Steal by Bowser. Bowser plays it in front, and it's jammed in! Or is it? No, they wave it off. No goal. Distinct kicking motion. No goal. Francis with his back to the play turned it over for a moment to Keegan O'Leary, but Szymanski recovers for the Colts and flings it in on Adam Gow, who freezes it. More time. Maloney retreating.
Oh.
Stolen by Venero. Venero shooting on Gow. It's loose and scooped up and cleared by Maloney. A varsity first-year player, but also 22 points. And if he can ever find that scoring touch, look out. Stevenson behind the defense. Stevenson to goal. Barrio! What planet are you from, Gavin Stevenson? Trying to sneak it in from a tough angle. DeAngelis through a crowd. That save is made, and it ricocheted right back to Gow, who got the generous whistle, even though the puck was not necessarily frozen. On other teams, in some cases, for some time now. Gatto off his skate, and it's kicked in! It's off Basola, and this one's gonna count! Xavier Basola has given the Planets the lead with 4:05 to play, and there's a sale at Penny's. Gatto's second helper of the playoffs. Bouncing puck beyond. What a strange bounce that was. You talked about them in the decade, and they want to erase that bad juju from last spring. As that save is made by Gow, still loose. Nairn fighting for it. Colts fling it out in front as the rebound. Callender to the corner.
Oh, good pass.
At the side of the net, but unable to control it because his stick was tied up by Clark. That was Kumpf who got tied up by Clark. Interference.
Flick the stick out of the hand. I didn't catch the number of what CV player it was, but it's going to be Stevens to the box.
His block. Nairn gets it back. Nairn on his backhand out in front. It's loose. And is it in? No, it's not. Gow kept it out. The maddest of mad scrambles for that puck and put it away. He will not, but it might not matter because time is the enemy of the Colts now. 10 seconds left. Jack Weaver has Tyler held trapped. And here's Jack Weaver. Weaver can put it away. He will not, but it might not matter because time is the enemy of the Colts now. 10 seconds left. Jack Weaver has Tyler held trapped. 3 seconds left. Held just flings it to center ice. That's it, and that's all. The Kings have been dethroned. The Mars Planets knock off the Penguins Cup champs. Final score, Mars Planets 3, Chartiers Valley.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.